Sigewinne, you little cutie patootie, we're gonna go and hang out with you today and see what you're all about. Sigewinne is so freaking adorable. I hope in her story quest that they tell us about how she is a half Melusine, half human. So let's go hang out with Sigewinne and see what she's up to today. The Warmth of Lies, beauty expert. The Court of Fontaine seems to be holding quite a lively promotion event. Let's go see the little cutie patootie Sigewinne.
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is.
No idea, Paimon. I'm gonna miss Fontaine when Natling comes around.
Butterfly Dew Cosmetics now on sale. Huh, looks like it.
Huh.
Oh, Sigewinne's here too.
Sigewinne, you little mischievous cutie patootie. I still don't trust you as far as I can throw you after what happened in the Archon quest. But what are you doing out here?
Hey there, Sigewinne.
Hi, what are the chances? It's been a while.
Hello there, Traveler and Paimon.
You little sneak.
I hope you're keeping yourselves fit and healthy.
Yes.
You bet we are. So anyway, what are you doing here, Sigewinne? The Duke insists I take regular vacations in the Court of Fontaine.
She's so cute.
This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look. I like to keep up with the latest industry developments when I can, to help me with my magazine articles.
You write magazine articles as well?
Wait, you write? For a magazine? Which one?
This is why me and Paimon are besties.
It's called Beautés en Fleur, and it's run by the Fontaine Beauty Association. I've done lots of articles about skincare for them, using the pen name Maritime Flower.
Okay.
Oh, wow! You're a Maritime Flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in the Fontaine Beauty Association.
Since when did you start reading beauty mags? I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, Paimon. If you have been reading them, it sure as hell hasn't helped.
What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty.
Hasn't helped you one bit.
I really like this role. The staff at cosmetics shops are always so polite. And as long as I wear a big smile on my face,
Look
I
how cute she
always
is.
get the best customer service.
Look how cute she is.
Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Maritime Flower.
So what got you interested in beauty products, Sigewinne? How did you become a leader in the beauty association? Yes.
Obviously, it's because of Sigewinne's love for beauty. Still, a leader of the Beauty Association? That's incredible.
It is incredible.
The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or not.
I think her outfit is super cute. So much detail in it, and it's just fantastic.
Oh, the words of a master beautician defy comprehension. Oh, wait, you're saying that natural beauty is the highest form of beauty, right? Not really. Actually, Melusine aesthetics are very different from human ones. We don't view humans based on their appearance.
But my question is, how is she half human, half Melusine? Like, how did that happen? Who are your parents?
If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness.
Oh, and you'd win every time. Oh, look at that. Look at her.
Oh, really? Yep. Still, I really value my current appearance, and in the process of taking care of it, I've ended up learning quite a lot about skincare and stuff.
Okay.
It turns out, my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. It came as a big surprise to me, though.
I can tell you right now, I know nothing about beauty products. I'm single. I live alone. I literally wash myself with sandalwood body wash, and that's it. That's it. I put nothing on my face, no lotion, nothing. I know nothing about beauty products.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of your appearance, how come you look human anyway?
That's what I said.
Only half Melusine?
That's what I said. Oh, the Traveler's like, shut up.
Sorry. That was probably really offensive, wasn't it?
Ooh.
No, I don't
Traveler's
mind.
like, stop.
I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision to turn myself into this form a very long time ago.
Okay. Why?
If you're interested, I could tell you the story.
Yes, that's what I want to know.
A shape-shifting story? Oh, heck yeah, of course we're interested.
Yeah. Oh, are you not going to finish your line, Paimon? You must be interested too, right, Traveler?
Once upon a time.
Uh-huh. Long time ago in a land far, far away. Oh.
Humans rejected Melazines, and Melazines feared humans.
That was from Nouvelette's story quest.
There was one Melazine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melazines, so no humans would make friends with her.
Oh.
So the Melazine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melazine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melazine.
Oh.
In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melazine was the only doctor to arrive on time.
No.
But the adults sent her away.
No.
Scram! Melazines can't be trusted.
Oh no, I'm so sad.
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend. In desperation, the Melazine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this
I'm
potion,
so sad.
concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melazine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat,
That's Sigewinne,
maybe
right?
to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before.
Emotional impact. Jeez.
Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again.
Well, that's so sad. She gave up her friendship just to save her friend.
I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way.
Oh man, the game. I hate this game. I am so done with Genshin Impact and its freaking knife in the heart and twisting and all that stuff. I'm done, man. Done with this game. You can't keep doing this to me, dude. I was so wrong about Sigewinne and not trusting her.
Ooh. A witch? A potion? Why does this sound like a fairy tale?
Oh man.
Trust me, it's a true story.
I believe you.
Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so...
Yeah. You're an incredibly kind person, Sigewinne. I was so wrong about you.
Yeah, not every Melazine would take human form to save their human friend. That must have been a huge decision.
Mm-hmm.
Treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must always find a way, even when the going gets tough. Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melazine, especially when their daughter was so sick.
Yeah, we learned about like humans' hatred for Melazines during Nouvelette's story quest, man, and that was just woof.
Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. But that was a long time ago. I like how I look now anyway. Paimon too! You're super cute this way.
I agree.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now,
Look
on
how
behalf
fancy
of
they
our
look.
skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting new product is now officially on sale.
Ooh.
There we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, Paimon, if you want to buy any skincare products, I'll be happy to give you some suggestions.
Well, she needs them.
Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Association? What an honor!
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of you have already read about this product's trials in the newspapers. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your skin and makes
Is it like
glow and
Fountain of Youth or
like
something?
a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis and spreading its wings for the first time.
Can it make me look younger?
We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today. Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the
Rawat.
Fontaine Research Institute.
Mr.
Now,
Rawat.
without further ado, I'll hand over to Mr. Rawat to tell you all about what Butterfly Dew can do for you.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
I
I'm
can see
Rawat,
her.
and I developed Butterfly Dew.
Hi, how are you doing?
Wow, what a looker.
Oh my God. Really?
He's a researcher? Wow, he's really challenging the stereotype.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. Or should I say, my appearance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold somewhat.
I sense a little bit of cockiness and arrogance from you there, bro. You're like, researchers are a bunch of nerds, but me, I'm hot and smart.
Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet one's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job.
True.
Dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves.
True.
Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance.
I mean, he's
and
not
we slowly
wrong.
become the very person that the outside world sees us as.
I will admit, he's 100% not wrong. Right? Like, we know that people who are more beautiful just get more things. Like, that's just how, that's life. That's just how the world works. You know what I mean?
But what if I told you that those shackles can be broken? If our appearance prevents us from changing, then let us first change our appearance itself.
Yes. How do you do that?
Wash away moles, birthmarks, and
Polyjuice
wrinkles,
potion.
and they can no longer rob us of our confidence. Replace them with luster and radiance, and we shall never again hang our heads in shame.
He sounds pretty confident.
That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
So is it like Polyjuice potion? Are we like about to Harry Potter this whole deal?
Well, whether it actually works or not, after that speech, Paimon's already sold.
Mr. Rawat, could I ask if you've used this product yourself?
I bet you he's like 85 years old.
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it. You can consider me a product ambassador.
And like this potion just made him look younger.
Wow, then it's sure to work.
Let's give it a go.
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet. So, could I get a volunteer from the audience to try it out?
Ooh.
Oh, Paimon
Oh,
volunteers!
yes. Put it on Paimon. Look at Paimon floating away. I love that.
Oh!
You're gonna try it out on Sigewinne? What?
Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association here with us. In that case, Miss Sigewinne, could we seek your most expert opinion on this product?
Look how cute she is, man. Her eyes are just, she's just adorable.
Sure.
Oh, look at her.
Whoa, is that Romaritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skincare products in all of Fontaine.
Oh, you don't want a bad review from her.
Here you go.
Okay.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Even for Fontaine, this is a first-rate product.
Hey, 5 out of 5.
Wow, now that's high praise.
I'll take one. Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew is now on sale.
Is it buy one, get one free? We need a BOGO. Enthusiastic shopping spree rapidly
Think we should buy a bottle
decimates
too?
the stocks. Okay. No, you're cute enough already. Are you paying for it yourself? Yeah.
Of course you bring up Mora.
Well, you spend all my
Paimon
Mora.
will pay out of her own pocket and even share it with you.
About
There,
time you
does
shared
that
something.
sound fair?
Yes.
And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us, Sigewinne's here, so we can get an expert consultation.
Okay. Is it gonna make us look younger? Like, what's the deal? The warmth of lies. Ooh, this is interesting to me. I want to know what's happening, man.
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest, I was also hoping you might be able to point out some flaws in the product so I can keep improving it.
Well, it seems like it's pretty good if she's giving you her stamp of approval here.
With most skincare products, the pros and cons only become apparent with long-term use. Yet, this one has instant benefits, improving skin quality without any obvious side effects. It's one of a kind.
Maybe it gives you diarrhea later or something.
Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it, and I'll publish regular reviews in Beauté's Enfleur. You can read my thoughts there. All you need to do is subscribe.
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual
Sigewinne,
conversation. But
selling her
you are a
magazine.
beauty association leader, after all. I understand if you want to keep this professional.
Sigewinne? Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty Expert. But do you think this product is a good
Oh,
choice
God.
for me and him?
Wait, are you the renowned traveler?
Oh, you know us, do you? Yes. Yes. Do I need to go over our titles? Honorary Knight of Favonius, right? Lead detective of Liyue, okay? First stage of Boer. What else are we? What else are our title? We are the what was our title? Captain of the Swordfish 2 over in, is it Swordfish 2? I can't remember. Over in Inazuma. We're the provider of justice here in Fontaine. Yes, that's us.
That's right, and by his side, the equally famous Paimon.
There you go.
Well, I don't normally handle customer questions personally, but since it's the
Wonder what our
traveler
Natlin
asking,
title's gonna be.
allow me to make an exception. Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can
Ooh.
rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontainian's skin, but other than that, it works the same on everyone.
Okay.
Why would it work better on Fontainians?
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't answer that, Miss Paimon.
Wait, is he using primordial seawater? Is he using primordial water? If it affects Fontainians more, right?
All right then. How about a friend discount?
That's real sus.
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here, take 2 bottles for free.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
Something's up with this. What's the catch? Is this a that word stunt?
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. This gift is simply a token of my esteem.
Okay.
There's no business motivation behind it.
I don't know if I believe you.
To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits, fellow admirers of physical beauty. I consider it a labor of love.
Admirers of physical beauty? Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud. It sounds so shallow.
A little bit.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance that turns their heads.
Okay, look, this guy is being 100% completely honest, right? We know. If you see somebody that's beautiful walking down the street, you're gonna look at them. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful. And that's exactly what inspired me to choose this research direction in the first place.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Yeah.
Look at the time.
I mean, nobody will
My
ever turn and look
apologies,
at
but I
me.
have
I
other
mean,
things
look at
to
me.
attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Bye-bye. Something's up with him, though.
I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to use this product for now.
Okay.
Why? Is there a problem with it? The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement. I think I could add some ingredients to the mix to make it more effective.
Okay.
Really? Then why didn't you tell Rawat about that? Researchers are a very special breed of human.
She was just didn't want to hurt his feelings.
You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job, ooh, now that'll make them really upset.
Well, it pissed me off too.
If I'd
Not
mentioned
gonna
it,
lie.
he probably wouldn't have given you those 2 bottles for free. Huh, fair enough, that makes sense. If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just come get me once you've gathered them.
Okay, yeah, so we gotta go looking for these ingredients?
When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier?
I don't know if there's anything to do that.
No.
Yeah, a prettier Paimon? Well, if you're a prettier Paimon,
As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Maripede.
okay.
I mustn't leave the infirmary unattended for too long.
Yes, tell Riceley we said hello.
All right, see you there then.
Bye, you little cutie patootie.
Whoa.
We
the
found it.
infirmary's packed.
I see Riceley.
Please, you have
Cake
to
Man
believe
is
me.
here.
I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked exactly like me.
Wait, what?
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me.
You got a doppelganger?
Now, I have a few tests to run. Take a deep breath and don't worry. It's nothing to be nervous about.
Okay.
First, which finger am I holding up?
Your index finger.
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental state is fine. I'm not crazy.
Very good.
There he
now,
is.
on to the next.
What do you got to say to that bakery boy?
Hey there! Your Grace, it's been a while, huh?
Hi. It has been a while since we've seen him.
Tutu. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate. Duty calls.
That's okay.
No worries.
Cake boy.
Actually, we were looking for Sigewinne. Do you, know what all of this is about?
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
Okay.
A doppelganger? Doesn't
Where?
that just mean someone else kinda looks like him?
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vaguely resembles him. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I could only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I brought him for a medical evaluation.
So he's gone crazy.
All right, very good. Take a sip of water and rest for a bit.
Yes. Where did you see your doppelganger at?
Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any symptoms pointing to a physical condition.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind than his body?
Maybe he really saw his doppelganger. We don't know.
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive faculties.
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of observation.
You're gonna lock him up so you can watch him?
The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse, but I'll have to leave this to you.
She can handle it.
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who have made the trip just to see you. I
Hey!
imagine it must be important. You probably won't need to add them to your observation list, though.
No, I hope not.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you.
It is.
Hey there, Sigewinne. It's actually not that important, but...
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me. Goodbye for now.
Hang out with us, Riceley. Tell us, how have you been? What's been going on down here in the fortress ever since, the Archon quest and everything? Let's have a chat with him.
Okay, bye-bye.
Don't leave us. Man, he was in and out in a flash.
So, Sigewinne,
Damn it.
would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat. I won't be long. Oh, sure.
No problem.
Sigewinne, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Now what?
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here. Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Sigewinne.
Yeah,
Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare.
she seems like she's really busy. Patience, Paimon. She'll help us. We just need to wait. In the meantime, we could offer to help Sigewinne. Yeah, let's help her out.
Point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her at work.
Yeah.
Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first.
What is she doing with him? What happened?
Did his face melt? What happened to him?
Wait, what? What? His face melted? I want to see.
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. Since
What?
he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse to give him something to manage the symptoms.
How did his face melt off?
Oh, this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death?
Well,
Will that be our fault?
he's missing half a face. Wouldn't you be scared?
The Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have something to do with the case Risley's dealing with?
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people.
Ooh.
And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
Ooh.
You done gawking?
What are you... Is that you talking, the guy with the melted face?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melusines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, he just looked like a little kitty with slightly scruffy fur, but still just as cute.
Well, look at Sigewinne being all nice, even though this guy's face is half gone.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you? Just give me the meds and let me out of here. I already missed my cell.
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again? Your days are numbered.
Ooh, man. Okay, sorry about that. You know, don't talk back to Sigewinne. Jeez.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Tell me if it hurts, all right?
Well, half his face is gone.
Look how nice Sigewinne's being. And he still talks to her like that? What a nasty piece of work.
Right?
Can I leave now?
What happened to your face?
Wow, not a peep. What a brave little guy.
Thank you, Sigewinne. And I apologize for the trouble.
No problem.
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring the ingredients?
We did. Here you go.
We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything. You're busy saving lives here. Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Just hand me the ingredients, and I'll make some time to whip it into the improved version for you.
Okay.
Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation tournament in the administration area.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with, Sigewinne?
Yeah, take it as a token of our gratitude. Let us help you.
That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least we could do!
What does she need?
Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free help from others. Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something to treat this condition. I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work. So I suggest you take a break first, then come back and see me when you're ready.
We like hard work. All I do is work hard.
We're ready, Sigewinne. What's
Yes.
our first mission?
What can we do?
I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First,
Did you?
I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
Okay. I'm afraid what you might do to me, though.
What for? I need you to pretend to be sick.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
What?
No problem.
Is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job last time. Oh, so you knew. I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates, and you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a while after that.
Yeah, you little sneak.
Well, this is awkward. But why do you need us to do it again now? No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Please just do as I say.
So pretend sick?
Pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw in some dry heaving for good measure.
Oh, my head. Oh, no, I'm dying. How's that?
Okay.
Is that like... Oh. Oh.
Hey, Doc. It's
Okay.
me. I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it. So annoying.
Luke, how are you?
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to worry about you being sick as well.
I love how she is so short, her feet cannot touch the ground while she's sitting in a chair.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days, But it's always, don't do this and don't do that.
Well, it's dangerous down here, kid.
All right, sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down. Well, here's your medicine.
Maybe he's got the flu.
For starters, and we'll see if it helps.
Sounds like the flu. COVID?
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've got an uncle who caught a cold. His fever went away on its own after a couple days. Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I think you might have more than a cold, kid.
I sure can. You're a very brave boy after all.
Huh? Brave? What makes you say that?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh, but I can make it. Oh my God, my head, that hurts. Coughing, retching. Look at Paimon. She's like so confused.
Hang in there, traveler. Are you gonna puke? Paimon
Yes.
can get you a paper bag.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
As
We're
long as
dying.
you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days rest.
And if I'm not tough enough?
Kids are resilient. You got this. Oh, that was so funny. Did you see Traveler's face right there? That was great. He's just like, ah! He passes out. Oh, that's hilarious.
Put it this way. At least you'll never have to see the doctor again.
Oh, that was so good.
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
I see what Sigewinne did.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
I see she tricked him into taking this medicine by using us to fake sick, and we're like toughing it out. And Traveler's over there just pretending like it's the worst of the worst.
It's so bitter.
Oh, that's yeah. She tricked him.
All done.
That was good.
Great job, you two.
Ah! Traveler,
That kid
cracking me
really
up.
doesn't know what's good for him. His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately, but unfortunately, his father's away on a business trip right now. She had no choice but to bring her son here for the time being. He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think that the Fortress of Meripede would be all fun and games.
Yeah, it ain't too fun down here, I will admit.
So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? That's a pretty sneaky trick. Seems
She's
like there's a whole
sneaky.
side to Sigewinne we never knew about. It's a technique I learned from my teacher.
Ooh, who was that?
Oh, you had a teacher? Was she a Melazine doctor too? She was human. She passed away a long time ago.
Who is that?
Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher, so it's always nice when I get to talk about her with other people. She was a traveling doctor.
Traveling
And
doctor.
since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. Dealing with the badly behaved ones was her specialty.
Okay.
She used
What was
to
her
say,
name?
If you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
Yeah, she's not wrong though.
She sounds like a pretty strict teacher. Strict? Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids.
That's how I see myself as a teacher to kids in my gym classes. I scare my kids to death the first 2 weeks. Like absolutely terrified. And then once they figure it out, it's like clockwork. And then they're not scared of me no more. The first 2 weeks though, they're pretty scared of me.
Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. Now Paimon's curious to know what she looked like. As it happens, I actually have a picture of her.
Ooh, I'm gonna see. Is that what's her face over in Leeway? Oh crap. What's her name? That old grandma over in Leeway with the pot. Is that you?
Oh, Wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify the kids.
Wow, Paimon, wow.
Yep. All the children she treated thought she was a witch. Why does it almost sound like you're envious of her?
Madam Ping, that's who I'm thinking of. It's not her. It looks like her, though.
Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without any need for tricks. A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around.
No.
Oh,
Scary looking.
me, on the other hand, it's hopeless.
Whoa.
Children aren't afraid of me at all.
Look at you. You're just a little cutie patootie Melusine human form. Look at you. Look at how you're dressed. What can I say? You don't have a mean bone in your body. You have a sus bone in your body. You know what I mean? Like, you're sneaky, but you're just so cute.
That's actually a good thing, you know? Oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Would you mind lending me a hand again?
What would you like for me to do now?
Sure thing! On to the next mission.
A dozen or so patients later, Sigewinne is finally done with her work. Okay.
Is it nighttime already? That flew by. You really have a busy job, Sigewinne. Well, thanks to you two.
How old is
Sigewinne
Sigewinne?
Today.
I wonder.
Aww.
Glad we could help. Yes.
Should we get some rest? It's getting pretty late. Oh, there is one last thing. I have to keep it confidential.
Okay.
So we usually leave it till after everyone's clocked out.
Gotcha.
Confidential? Are you sure you can tell us? Well, it's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is I have to prepare some ingredients to make healthy meals with.
All right.
Wait, you mean those healthy meals?
The ones that magically appear on the third day. Oh my God. That's bringing me back.
My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them. So I have to prep the ingredients in secret, then let the chef at the Coupon cafeteria handle the rest.
Smart.
Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what's in it. You want to find out?
Yes.
I can teach you how to make it.
Yes.
That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels, you can prepare a healthy meal for yourself. It's really good for you, you know.
We're always exhausted on our travels.
Sure? Guess we can help out one more time.
Let's do it.
The ingredients are ready.
Okay.
Now,
what do we
put
gotta
them
do?
on the table and add them in the order I tell you.
No problem.
First, we add this special slime condensate.
Where is it?
Stir it thoroughly, then pour it in. Oh, see that? It adds elasticity. It looks just like tasty jelly, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Is it?
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
that?
it really does. Until you remember it's slime condensate.
Wait. Who was the person back in Leeway that we got slime for? Remember? I thought Paimon ate slime or something. Oh, what was going on? We had to like gift a box of slime, like jelly something or others.
Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a fine powder, like powdered sugar. Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants?
Yes.
Are you sure they're edible?
Well, we use them for crafting things and ascending characters and weapons and talents.
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. You just
Frogs?
need to clean their innards, and then you're left with some lovely tender meat.
What are we making?
Oh, frogs. And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them into lunch boxes and hand them to Walsey.
And remember, we ate this at some point because we've been down here.
Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow. Sigewinne really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
Yeah, I guess so. Give the prepared ingredients to Wolseley. Oh, good lord.
Ah, head nurse. Got some extras for me?
Just the one today. The serial number's on the lid.
Here you go, Captain.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets delivered.
Thank you. Frog legs and slimes and what was the other one? Crystals?
Sounds like they're talking in code.
Yes.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I only wish I could do more. You work so hard for all our sakes. I'd happily lose a little sleep if it meant helping you out.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours any further, your health will start to suffer.
Sigewinne, you should have told me that like literally like 4 years ago. You think I sleep? What is sleep? Who is sleep?
All right. Nurse's orders. I'll do as I'm told. But you take care of yourself too.
I'm lucky if I get like 4 hours.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for helping out, you two.
No, thank you, Sigewinne, for being awesome.
Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you, Sigewinne. In just one day of helping you with your work, it feels like we've done a lot for the fortress.
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think you'll agree, this is urgent.
Oh no, what happened now? Did the guy's face melt more? Did his butt fall off? Like, what happened?
Okay, just relax and catch your breath. What's the matter?
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the ward.
Huh? What?
Huh? Already?
Is he the one that saw his doppelganger?
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make sure he's well before we discharge him.
What?
Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left. We'll come with you.
Yes. Let's go. What's up, dude?
Head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, but I believe I've now made a full recovery.
Why don't I believe you?
After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things.
Are you lying?
Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working long hours, so I definitely wasn't in the best state of mind.
I think he's lying.
I totally understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay? So, take a deep breath and don't be nervous. It'll be the exact same procedure as we did this morning. We can start whenever you're ready.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall anything. Would you mind taking me through it again?
Wait. What if it's this guy's doppelganger? What if it's not Eric? What if it's this doppelganger guy?
Oh, not at all.
Just
It's
trying to
a
get
lot
out of the prison.
remember. First up, we have a little cognitive test. Just concentrate and you'll be fine. To start with, which finger am I holding up?
Yeah, which one?
Your pinky.
Is it? Under Sigewinne's guidance, Eric quickly completes a full series of tests.
Right, all indicators seem normal.
Okay.
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all?
I don't think so. I think this guy's lying.
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully observe everyone in the production zone. I wonder how I managed to miss the signs this time.
I'm telling you, I think this is this guy's doppelganger just trying to get out of the prison.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I couldn't take it. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep. And if you can give me the okay, I know I'll sleep better back in my good old dorm.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment. Alright then, you can leave the ward.
Okay.
I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery.
This guy is
We'll
sus.
take you off the observation list for now. So, you're officially discharged.
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
He's sussy.
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go wrong. You have my word.
See ya. Stay out of trouble there, guy.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Are we?
Yep. But I still haven't gotten around to making that improved lotion for you yet. Oh, no rush! Seriously, it's super late now. You should go get some rest too. Well, tomorrow it is then.
Okay.
Good night, traveler.
Sounds
good.
good.
Night, Paimon.
Good night,
Hope you sleep
Sigewinne.
well.
You too, you little cutie.
Oh, don't you worry.
She's so freaking
We will.
adorable.
After a productive day of work, we're both gonna sleep like a log.
Good night, Sigewinne.
Yeah, sleep tight, Sigewinne. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Whoa, how is the infirmary even busier than yesterday?
What's going on in here now? Okay, I see the guy that's got his face melted off. There's Riceley. There's cops and Melusines. What is happening?
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a checkup, so you might need to wait for a while.
Do they all need to be checked up on? Like, what's going on?
No problem. Anything we can do to help? There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom of it myself.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
Gask, why is your name in quotation marks? What's going on?
In a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
What?
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
Is he a doppelganger?
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most, it'll delay your vindication.
All right. I get it.
What is happening?
This is nuts. Yesterday's
Right?
interrogations went fine, and now this.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Yes, fill us in.
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom?
Yes.
Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning. Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
That doesn't sound good, Cake Boy.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
Okay.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Sigewinne.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps there's something we missed.
Oh, time for Investigator, Traveler, and Paimon to solve the case, just like always. No problem. Potton, who's this Potton? I'm Honore. I had applied to go out and see a doctor, but when I woke up, I was in another cell. Unbelievable. I'm not Gascon, I'm Hueles. Today should have been the final day of my sentence, so I should have gone free. What gives? No. I'm Eric. Why does stuff like this always happen to me? Now there's no way my release picture is getting squared away today. So people are turning into these people so they can get released when they're not really them. My name is Odilon. I'm a guard. I think I was attacked. This isn't me at all. What is going on? Okay.
Wait.
So these people are turning into these people who are getting released, or the guards so they can come and go as they please.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
Right.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little. Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today. And they're expecting us to go along with that.
Hang on, I have a theory floating in my head right now.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms, and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
Just out of paperwork?
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released.
Okay.
So they can walk out right under our noses.
So what if the guy who was selling the beauty product at the beginning of the story is like a criminal mastermind, not really a researcher, gave these criminals this cream to turn into these other prisoners? How does that even work though? Like, what? That's kind of like the theory I have floating in my head right now. Like he's trying to get his friends released from prison.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
But if that's the case, wouldn't everybody who took the product be like turning into other people? What's going on in the rest of Fontaine? Are other people, becoming doppelgangers?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find any.
Okay.
The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. but it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Oh, really? What does our head nurse make of all of this?
Yeah, what do you think, Sigewinne?
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a switch.
How are you gonna do that?
I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please bear with me. Huh?
What should you do, rip his face off?
Isn't that the guy from yesterday?
Yeah, the guy with the melted face, right?
This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Okay.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So she's saying that the normal guy shouldn't even be here right now.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies, are you?
It's like Freaky Friday or something.
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched.
What did they do? Like just say, here you go, and just throw it on somebody else? Like, how'd that happen?
The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in.
What?
And actually, I think I can prove it to you.
What?
Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day?
Yes.
Yeah, sure do.
Yep.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric.
Okay. This is like Face Off? Where's Nicolas Cage? Where's John Travolta? You know what I'm saying? Like, here, we're gonna remove your face and put it on this guy's face and... what? Like, how does that even work?
So, you're Eric?
Hi.
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me, right?
Not Henry.
I need to do another examination on you. Same procedure as yesterday.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So I need to concentrate.
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did I hold up?
Ooh, smart. She's making him try to remember. And if he wasn't there...
Your index finger.
And if he wasn't there, he basically has to guess.
But that means...
There's two Erics. It wasn't the same person.
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward.
Right.
Sigewinne did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she held up her pinky finger.
That's right.
Huh? I don't know about any tests last night.
Uh-huh.
There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
Yes, they're switching places or something.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats.
People who were being
namely
released.
Inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them.
Right.
Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their groups switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards.
But how did this even work? Like, what face-swapping method? Like, what?
Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric.
Okay.
Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
But I don't understand how they're taking their faces off. Like, what are they doing? Like, is it like... what is it like Leatherface or something, you know? Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like got them on the table and just literally cutting their faces off? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it all makes The Duke cracked the case!
Well, I
Sorta.
can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching very early on in this process.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the Marechaussee Phantom is to identify criminals in disguise. We carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
So they're not taking their faces off. They're doing it in another way. How? Is it from the, like I said, the guy?
How do we explain all this?
It's got to be the stuff that the guy was selling, right? He had to have been like trying to break his friends out.
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity fraud.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance.
Polyjuice.
If they use that, even a Malazine wouldn't be able to detect it.
Polyjuice potion. This is turned into an episode of Harry Potter or something.
A shape-shifting potion?
Yes, it's called Polyjuice potion.
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marechaussee Phantom. Are you certain of this?
Yes, I am.
But
please, trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without any solid
How
evidence,
old is
it's pure
Sigewinne?
speculation. If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer.
Oh, this ought to be interesting.
Yep. Let's do that.
This would be real interesting.
well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations. And I know it's put you out. We'll do it your way.
Your Grace, bad news.
Here we go.
I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all planned out.
Yeah, they did.
So there really was a switch after all.
Smart.
They really pulled the wool over our eyes on this one.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Let's go get them.
Not if that potion is real.
Ran
They
them
can
up.
just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Marechaussee's Malazines can't even spot them, we wouldn't know where to start searching.
And they got a 2-hour head start. I'd be long gone. Give me 2 hours? Oh, yeah.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
2 hours is a long time. You ain't catching them. Everybody's thinking
Well,
real hard.
technically there is one more lead we could follow up on.
Which is...
We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. I believe his name is Rawat.
Wow! What a coincidence! You don't say!
Oh? Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare promotion?
I am shocked.
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he specialized in potions.
Here's my surprised look. No, not him.
One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs.
Ooh, wow.
According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities.
Okay.
Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
Oh, now they're out.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
Maybe it was like a setup.
No doubt.
They did it. Maybe he did it on purpose.
As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapees.
Yeah.
That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional information for us.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away.
Let's go hunt this guy down.
In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Let's go, Sigewinne.
Huh? Why's that?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night. So I feel partly responsible.
Don't say that, head nurse.
Let's go hunt these guys
Your
down.
focus was on the inmates' health, and rightly so. We can't ask you to help with arresting criminals. That's our duty.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit the button.
I also have a more
My bad.
personal reason. Cotton is a patient of mine, and if I don't get a new batch of medicine to him in time, his condition will get much worse.
Pon's the one that's got his face melting off, right?
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But arresting criminals is dangerous business. And if anything happened to you, none of us can afford to take on that responsibility.
We'll make sure nothing happens to her.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I can defend myself just fine.
Yeah, and we'll be right next to her too.
You say that, but still.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sigewinne is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you.
Can't tell her no.
And if you really are worried for her safety, then...
We got her back. Paimon and I are coming along. Yeah, we got her back.
Right on cue.
Don't worry.
Knew I could count on you.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll take care of her.
Since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from me to refuse. We should head off immediately. Time is of the essence.
Let's go.
Greetings.
What's up?
Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business. And we're gonna need you to cooperate.
Yeah, have you seen some sussy people?
The marsh is a phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more illegal research?
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher. Do you know where we might find Mr. Rawat?
Rawat. Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome, right?
Mr. Handsome?
He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. You can see what they know.
Okay.
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular guy around.
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. That's no way to make real friends around here.
I agree. Let's go get him. Let's go have a chat with Rawat. If that is your real name.
So weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
No, he was pretty outgoing, extroverted.
I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's good at making friends.
Why? Because he's arrogant, cocky?
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Is it because he's all like, I'm hot and you're not?
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us some time.
Sure thing. We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Sigewinne.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm suddenly kind of curious to know what everyone really thinks of him.
Yeah, they probably think he's cocky.
Excuse us, are you Audrey?
Hi, Audrey. Nice to meet you. Pretty little bird. Hi, Audrey.
That's
what
me?
Can you... Yes.
What
Ooh,
is it?
I like your eyes. You're really pretty.
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Yes.
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake.
Ooh.
Why would you single me out as a close friend?
Okay.
I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might know where we can find him.
Yeah, that's all we need to know. We don't need to know, like, your history.
Why would I know where he's at?
You never know.
I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
You might be stalking him. I mean, some exes are wild and crazy.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
Okay, let's go. She doesn't know anything. Unless she's stalking him, she just ain't telling us.
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted opportunity. Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we?
No, I don't think so either.
She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean. But I know a cure. It's curable? Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat.
Oh,
By
Lord.
this point, he could be in grave danger.
Sigewinne is turning up the gas.
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Uh-huh. Say you do care, you liar.
Oh, that's right, yeah. The Marechaussee Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people. We need to make sure he's safe.
Sigewinne is such a manipulator.
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to run into him, of course.
Sure.
Oh, I see. Well, do you have any thoughts on where he might be right now?
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place.
Oh, okay.
I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him, so I could get to know him better.
Right.
When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper tantrum?
Why did he go off about that?
Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again.
Yes.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup.
Okay.
Cool, sounds like a plan.
Get his mom's address? What?
Hey there, are you in Teep?
Hey.
What do you want?
Oh, God, you don't sound... Why are you so grumpy?
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where he might be? We were told you were pretty close with him.
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his patent.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Okay, guy, no problem.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product he developed?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly dew, or
yes,
whatever he calls it.
That's what it's called.
I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going.
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them.
Gotcha.
But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me?
I don't know.
I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong. I had no intention of plagiarizing his work.
Are you like jealous? Is that what's going on?
Permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license fee and everything. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like he's vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Well?
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous?
That's what I said. I think he's just jealous. Maybe both.
Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him.
No.
Let's go.
All right.
Wait, 1 second.
Mr. Grumpy.
Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah. Thanks.
I don't think he wanted that advice. He's like, whatever.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marechaussee Phantom with an investigation. We'd like to ask you about Rawat's whereabouts, if that's okay. We're told the two of you are pretty close.
Yes. What do you say to that?
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Oh yeah? What happened?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. But not Rawat. All he cared about was how to commercialize his findings. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working with a guy like that?
Well, maybe he's just protecting himself.
Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
Okay.
So that's
Wow.
what Rawat is really like.
We'd still like to know where to find him.
Yes.
Is that something you can help us with?
Do you know where his mom lives?
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meropide. All right, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine serves the highest purpose of all the sciences.
Wow, turns out Sigewinne's got some real clout.
Yes, she does.
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, and I've barely seen him since. But if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe they know where he's at.
Okay.
Peddlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together.
Peddlers?
It seemed like they went out of their way to avoid discussing anything in my presence. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs. Like I said, he's all about the money.
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products? Do those count as drugs?
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the Morag rubber, not me.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Bertram.
Thank you. You've given us plenty to work with.
Welcome. Goodbye, and may we both reach new heights in our scientific endeavors.
Goodbye, Bertram. Have a good one, bro.
That's all 3 researchers.
Yep.
Let's head back to the meetup point.
All right, let's go.
You know, Paimon started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality.
Yeah.
It's such a surprise to learn that his peers have a different impression of him.
They don't like him very much.
So, what's your view of him now, Paimon? A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder?
There you go. Sounds like it.
So your thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all? Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least in Paimon's opinion. How does such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial?
What if it's not him?
His difficult family background. It just doesn't make any sense.
What if it's not him? What if he stole somebody's face?
You can't judge a person solely based on their appearance.
What if he stole somebody's face?
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers. What did you find out?
He's at his mom's house. You exchanged the intelligence you've gathered.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any pharmaceutical brands?
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research and averse to sharing his technology with others, why wouldn't he have registered his own brands? Maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
Maybe.
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs, and that would certainly be in his wheelhouse. We can't rule it out.
It's like an episode of Breaking Bad.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though?
They're cooking.
He was the one who blew the whistle on them!
They're out cooking.
Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that regard.
Facts.
If you say so.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps it's more likely that they were coercing him.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know. He could be the mastermind. We don't know.
You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, it's possible that the criminals approached him asking for academic support, luring him in with the promise of riches.
Possibly.
By the time he discovered who they really were, he was in too deep. They had leverage on him, so he was forced to keep working for them. I've seen it happen many times before.
So are we saying that he is a victim in all this?
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain why he was so unwilling to cooperate with his fellow researchers. No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing down his neck.
Yeah.
In that case, the situation could be worse than we thought.
So we're thinking that they're saying that he is a victim.
If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts than us. Oh, there's a good chance they'll get to him before we do.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was last seen 2 days ago, if no one's seen him since, maybe we're too late.
2 days ago?
Possibly.
So he went missing right after that product promotion.
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too. Not a good sign.
So what are we gonna do?
Don't worry, everyone. I believe we still have a chance. Since he disappeared right after blowing the whistle, it's likely that he's gone into hiding. Yeah, he must have been worried that they'd come for him.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible. The only lead we have at the moment is his mother's house, which you mentioned earlier. Seath, think you can find the place?
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires you to provide a legal address. The one Rawat wrote down was in the outskirts of the city. That should be the place.
Let's go.
Okay, then there's no time to lose. Let's move.
Let's go to his mom's house. Knock, knock.
All right, this should be the house. I'm pretty sure this was the address.
Knock, knock.
Okay.
FBI, open up. Morgane knocked several times. No one answers, but you hear the faint sound of breathing from inside.
Whoever's inside has restricted mobility.
Maybe it is his mom.
Seems serious. What's the fastest way to get this door open?
Kick it down. FBI, open up.
Break the door down?
That's what I said.
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a mountain of paperwork if we damage a citizen's property. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And...
We don't have a warrant. We don't have a warrant. We can't just go into somebody's house without a warrant.
Take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler, head nurse, and I will go inside.
No, we don't have a warrant. Oh my God, nothing we get in here is gonna be, we can't admit anything we find as evidence. It's not how this works. Hello? Hello? Yes?
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. That's gotta be Rawat's mother, right? She doesn't look like she's in any state to be answering our questions, though.
No. Is she alive?
We could try, but she is very ill. We mustn't force it.
Where's Rawat?
Well, doesn't look like Rawat's here. She's the only one we can talk to.
Yep. Allow me.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Might I ask if you're Rawat's mother? We are trying to locate him. Hard of hearing, perhaps. Does anyone have a picture of Rawat?
I have one here.
Where'd you get that?
I'd like to show you a photo, ma'am. Is this your son? Do you know where he is?
Are you okay?
Looks like this isn't gonna work after all.
Well, looks like we're out of leads. If Rawat's not here, things are looking very bad for him.
Well, game over.
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here because he knew he'd be in danger?
Maybe. But if so, where do we look next?
I don't know.
Maybe we should take another look at the Institute.
Put it out in APB. How about that?
Yes, so.
I suggest we all return there now. We found a good amount of useful information the first time, but perhaps there's something we missed. This is our last hope.
So back to the Institute that we're literally just at?
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while? This patient requires some care.
Oh, look at her.
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head nurse.
Birds!
You're technically here as her assistant after all.
You got it.
Also, I'd like some Marechaussee members to stay as well and keep an eye on the area.
Yes.
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious
He might come
his
back.
mother's condition is, he will return.
Yeah, he'll come back.
Got it. Okay. I'll tell the squad members in hiding to
Yes,
stay
go.
put and keep a
Go.
lookout.
Yes, you do that. You do that.
Thanks for helping me
No
out
hurry or
again,
nothing.
Traveler and Paimon.
You're welcome.
No problem. But when you say her condition is serious, do you mean...
She's going to die.
Yes. She's barely clinging on to life.
Man.
Oh. Let me take care of a few things first. Could you pass me the towel over there?
Salutes in chat for Rawat's mom, who we know nothing about, but still, she doesn't even remember her own son, apparently. She can't help us, so.
Yeah, of course.
Poor sick old lady. Pretty flowers.
I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods, including some very expensive medicines. Unfortunately, her condition is so multifaceted that a recovery looks all but impossible.
Sad.
Sigewinne, my mom bets being a nurse must be pretty tough at times like this. Yes, it makes me a little sad.
Poor Sigewinne, do you need a hug?
In a Melizine's eyes, a human's birth, aging, sickness, and death are as much a part of natural law as sunrise and sunset. But human medicine can defy that law to some extent. In that sense, it is a science of miracles. That is why I became fascinated with it in the first place. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all diseases.
True, very true.
Sigewinne.
So sad.
Don't worry about me, Paimon. A doctor's duty is not to cure all diseases, but to treat whatever ailments they can. At the very least, I can lower her fever. That way she'll suffer less, and she might even be able to see her son. Yeah.
But we gotta find him first.
To find Rawat as soon as possible, even if we don't catch those crooks.
We gotta find him. I don't know how, but we will, I guess.
Oh, her fever is getting worse. Could I get some hot water?
Sure.
Sure, we're on the case.
We got you. Hot water. Found it. Unfortunately, there's some ready-to-make hot water here. This cabinet seems to have a hidden compartment. The way into the underground lab is written down in the journal. There's an underground lab? Okay. Sigewinne, we have info. I think I know where Rawat is. He's at an underground lab.
Found the hot water?
Yes, here you
Sure
go.
did. And look what else we found.
A little
Judging
map.
by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. There's a good chance he could be there right now. We gotta go tell Officer Morgan right away.
Let's go.
Oh, that's great news. But hold on just a moment.
What?
The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now?
Are you?
It's all right.
What's going on?
We'll bring him back. Please hang in there. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll go find him. We're about to go on a raid. This is going to be an FBI raid.
They're already here.
And we're gonna break in. Everybody got their tear gas?
We came as soon as we heard the news. I can't believe we were so careless. The most crucial information of all was hiding right there, in that room.
Okay.
We missed it.
It's all right. We're just that good.
Don't blame yourself. Right now, we need to focus on finding a way in.
Flashbangs.
There's a mechanical door over here.
Blow it
Hopefully
open.
The instructions in Rawat's journal will help us open it.
Just get some dynamite. Where's Klee? Just call her up. She can get it open for us. I guess we know how to open this door? By accident?
It's open. Let's go in.
Okay, just like that. Traveler knows how to do it. Go away.
The wrong test subject.
Hi. Yes. Hello.
Captain, according to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for. There may be others hiding deeper inside the facility.
Ah, so these guys were just the lookout crew.
Looks like it.
The Mara Shosei Phantom. How did they find this place?
We're smart.
Wait, it's that guard from the fortress.
It's not that guard from the fortress.
That's right. I'm on your side.
No, you're not.
I mean, the Duke sent me.
Didn't.
What's the matter? Some sort of mix-up?
We know who you are.
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to stop all field work until you've recovered?
Well, you know, gotta help His Grace out, share the load.
Officer
Liar.
Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no recent health issues.
Look at Sigewinne lying to call him out. Lied on him.
What?
To make him admit the lie, basically. She's a little manipulator, and I love it.
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face swapping method. Arrest them all.
Yep, you're all under arrest. Going to jail.
Stay
Do not
here
pass
and
go.
keep guard. And watch the exit. If we're not back soon, call for reinforcements.
Got it.
You do it, and we're gonna continue on. Who's next?
So many jars.
Jars.
Is this some sort of production facility? This scent. It's probably the ingredients used to make butterfly dew.
Why are we interrogating the guys, asking them where Rawat is? Why are we torturing them right now? Over in the other room. And being like, where is he at?
How empty. Did it sell so well that he ran out of supplies?
How strange. Why would Rawat choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult to reach location?
No idea.
Given our suspicion that he may have been coerced into the illegal drug trade, I would have thought that any production facility we find here would be used for illicit purposes.
Perhaps butterfly dew is itself an illegal drug.
Maybe.
Do you have any evidence for that claim?
No, just a guess. We need to find Rawat as soon as possible. He has all the answers we need.
Let's find him.
Understood. Well, let's not linger here. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go. What are we waiting for? Hello? This is like a mad scientist machine or something. Some weird
This one's much
stuff
smaller
going
than
on.
the others. Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a potion-making lab.
Okay.
Head nurse, over here.
What'd you find? Do we have a warrant for this place too? We better.
Let's see. Huh? Rawat's clothes. Why would he change here? Perhaps they stripped him down, left the clothes behind, and disposed of him somewhere else?
They are still thinking that he is a victim in this, but what if he's not? What if he's like the mastermind?
Yikes, Sigewinne, where did that come from?
I'm just saying.
Oh, what a tragic way to go.
He could be.
Especially with such a bright future ahead of him.
Dun dun dun.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan. Let's keep up the pace.
Okay, let's go. Search a little further. Hello?
There's a whole bunch of people in there.
Oh, that was hilarious. How they just popped out like that. Reminds me of that Friends episode. That's so good.
Are you serious? You're telling us that within a day, our faces are going to rot like yours?
Oh no, this is bad.
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically after that great flood, and it's not as compatible with this face-changing solution as before. The side effects are as you can see.
His face is falling off.
Why didn't you say anything before we all used it?
Look, my plan got you all out of prison, didn't it? You'd have much bigger problems to worry about right now if the Marshal Say Phantom found out about your other crimes. Consider an ugly mug getting off lightly.
Ugh. You're just lucky we didn't leave you in there after you disappeared on us with no warning. We only let it slide because we're former partners. And now you have the gall to pull a stunt like this?
When are we gonna run in and be like, hands up? This is a raid.
Make no mistake, each of us is only looking out for himself. If you place too much trust in others, well, I'm afraid that's your problem. You hid things from me too. Remember how you each had a spare potion? You kept quiet about it until we planned the prison break?
Oh, and you didn't have a secret spare? Then do you
They're
want
just
to explain
arguing.
how you melted your face off before all this?
Guys, that's enough. Calm down. It is what it is. Arguing won't change anything. What's the plan, Parton? I'm assuming you brought us here for a reason?
There is no plan. We followed him here on the promise of more juice, but it turns out there ain't a drop here.
Well, what are you gonna do now?
Besides, What does it matter now anyway? He already said, even if we did get our hands on more of that stuff, switching faces again solves nothing. They're still gonna meld off eventually.
I said enough arguing. Potton, tell us the plan.
What you got? What are they gonna
The
do?
most practical solution is to continue using the potion. Keep switching to a new face before the ulcers can start forming.
Are you kidding me? This stuff was hard enough to get a hold of even when we had a supply. Now you're asking us to use it like skin lotion after the flood all but wiped the supply out?
Well, there is another option. But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
Ooh.
Okay, now we're talking. What's the deal?
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how to make a replacement. Just give me one bottle of the undiluted fluid, and I'll get to work.
But where's the researcher at?
What's the problem? I thought you always kept reserves. Or do you really just have one spare bottle each?
What do you think? That we were shipping them into the fortress of Meripede by the basket load?
Well then, say hello to never showing your marred faces in public again.
Ugh, I've heard enough! Get him! Let's see if that document even exists!
They're gonna beat each other up. We don't need to stop. No, we didn't.
Show say Phantom.
No, we didn't have to jump in there. They were gonna beat each other up and eliminate each other anyway. Why are we stepping in now?
What? Who let them in?
We did. Hi, guys.
Officer Morgan, before anything else, please find out Rawat's status.
Yes.
Rawat?
That's what we should have done with the first guys.
I don't see him. Hand over the hostage now, if you want any chance of avoiding an extension to your sentences.
Spare us your condescending attempts to coax us back to our cells. You think we're looking to negotiate? Rawat is dead.
What? What?
Potton?
What?
Arrest them all! Don't let anyone get away!
Did they kill him? What happened to? Oh, fight time. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're in a fight. Oh, big fight. Okay. Is that everybody? You the last one?
Huh. Gotta say, I never expected to see the head nurse in combat.
No problem.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive treatment plan. Did we get everyone?
Captain, we finished the head count. Potton's missing.
Over there! The
Where'd he
door's
go?
closing!
How can you miss him? He's the one that's got his face melting off. Did he just lock us in?
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good. I gotta kill two birds with one stone.
So is Rawat dead?
There must be a secret passage somewhere. Find it!
Is he like dead?
Don't waste your energy. I already sealed it off.
How naive. We have more people outside. If we're not back out by the agreed time, they'll come to our rescue.
Well then, you'd better hope they get here in time.
Oh, we're gonna get up there. Don't worry. What is that?
There's some kind of gas leaking from the pipes. Be careful, it's poisonous.
What?
This is our distribution center, where we store the product derived from our source solution. We had to use special fire prevention methods to prevent contamination.
Okay.
The pipe network here was designed to emit a gas for firefighting. One little modification later, and it makes an efficient death trap.
Why would you do this? Your partners are here too.
He don't care about his partners.
Oh, please. If they can't supply what I need,
exactly,
they're of no further use to me. Besides, I can't have them exposing my potential whereabouts.
He's a maniac! Come on, we gotta find a way to open that door!
He's a maniac on the floor.
Go ahead, struggle in vain. Once the last of you croaks, no one will ever find me again. So long!
Bye, Potton.
Are you sure you're ready to leave, Potton? You haven't changed your dressing today.
You can't cure my face. Just give up.
And what if I could?
Ooh.
Nice try. You're just trying to stall me. Don't you worry about me.
She gonna use that stuff on his face?
Once I get out of here.
Oh, I doubt it. After all, Fontanians can no longer dissolve in primordial seawater.
She's gonna try and heal him with the stuff that Rawat gave her, right?
What the? How did you?
The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like ordinary water, but it has some unique elements in it.
Primordial seawater!
Before the flood, all Fontanians were oceanids, physiologically speaking. A potion made from that fluid could dissolve and reconstruct the face of a Fontanian in much the same way as hydroidolins change form. Theoretically, it could give someone any appearance they wished. But since the flood, Fontanians have become true humans. They can no longer provide the source material for this potion, nor reap its benefits.
Yeah, potion made out of dead people.
Are you saying this potion is made from Fontanians dissolved with primordial seawater? Then their crimes are far worse than I thought.
So they took a bunch of dead people and made a potion out of it? What is this game? What is this game turned into? Faces are being melted off of people, using dead people for potions. Like, what is happening? Drugs? Talking about like drugs and child trafficking and all kinds of craziness. What does this game become?
How could you know all of this? No, wait. Of course! Well, well. So that's why you have a human appearance.
It also means that I have a formula you're unaware of.
Jeez.
It's getting thicker. It's getting hard to breathe.
It's wild. Genshin's gotten into some dark stuff here lately.
I might get to make a deal today after all. Alright, keep talking. How do you intend to give me the formula?
Oh, it's not a formula, but a finished product. I have a bottle of it right here.
And this is stuff that Ruwat was using, right?
What?
When I tried Ruwat's skincare product, I noticed it had a certain special component in it. So I had my friends gather some other ingredients for me, and sure enough, a little experimenting later, I'd produced the potion. I'm guessing his skincare lotion contains the fruits of your joint research?
Huh. Impressive guesswork. Yeah, we were his supplier for some of the raw ingredients.
How are you two talking to each other from so far away?
But it only contains a tiny amount of the active ingredient.
And he's in a glass. Is there like
minuscule
intercom down or something?
Undiluted fluid.
Well, I found a way to reverse the dilution process, giving the skincare lotion a similar effect to the fluid it is derived from.
That's impossible.
If I tell you some of the ingredients, I think you can figure it out. First, you need to combine tainted hydrophantasm tissue with transoceanic pearls at a ratio of around 3 to 7.
Tainted hydrophantasms and transoceanic pearls. I see. Can't believe I never thought of that.
So, can we make a deal?
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath this window. Drop the potion in, and I'll release you all.
No, you release us first, and then we'll drop the potion in. I don't like this deal, Sigewinne.
Nope, not trusting you that easily.
Exactly.
You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness. Open the sluice gate first, then I'll hand you the potion.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if you're not bluffing, your potion won't cure my face permanently. You really think you have any leverage here?
Do you?
I'm not closing the valve this time. Clock's ticking.
Fine, then I'll just stand here with the potion in my hand.
That's what I do.
And when I faint from the poison, I'll drop it and it'll be destroyed.
Look at Sigewinne. Look at Sigewinne being such a badass right now. Love it.
No.
What you gonna do, bro?
It's open!
Disable that sluice gate! Jam it! Don't let it close again!
Yes!
That's more like it. In that case, a promise is a promise.
All right, you're gonna give it to him?
Head nurse, there's too much poison gas in here. We have to leave, now.
Cutscene? No. Oh, we gotta get out of here.
That was too close.
I was expecting a
Nasty
cutscene.
piece of work.
I tell you what, he's something.
Quick to sit down. Moving around a little will help relieve the soreness. Same goes for you, traveler. Oh, but Paimon, you should be fine, right?
Yeah, she floats.
Flying fast is pretty tiring too, actually. Anyway, that's not important right now. Paimon's
Sure.
still shocked to learn that there's a whole criminal operation going on behind that skincare lotion. Shame I ended up giving the improved version of Potten after finally making it for you. I'll make you some more, I promise.
But is Rawat dead?
No, please don't. Paimon doesn't want to use that stuff anymore. Still, it was a pretty good job that Paimon wanted to buy some in the first place, huh? It ended up saving everyone's lives. That's gotta count for something.
Sigewinne was the one doing the saving.
Yeah.
Not just
Paimon
you.
was just kidding.
Sure.
Head nurse.
Sure.
I've done a final head count of our team and the criminals. Everyone's here and doing fine. We're ready to escort the fugitives back to the fortress of Meripede. It's a shame that we didn't find Rawat. At this point, I'm afraid he's probably deceased.
Well, that's just sad.
What a horrible bunch. Especially that Potten guy.
Right.
If he hadn't made good on that deal, we'd all be dead because of him.
True. I hope his face melts off for real.
No, we wouldn't. I always keep a whole bunch of antidotes on me for emergencies. And one of them neutralizes that poison gas. We'd have been fine, even if you hadn't opened the gate.
Oh, well.
What? Then why did you give him the potion?
Sigewinne is so smart.
If this is true, I must concur. Sorry to be blunt, but I think you made a bad decision by handing him that bottle. If he changes his appearance and flees Fontaine, it's unlikely that we'll ever find him. No matter how cooperative his accomplices are when we question them.
No, you don't understand. I gave him the potion precisely so we could be sure where he'll go next.
How are you gonna know that?
What do you mean?
We gotta hurry. She won't last much longer.
Wait, what? What?
Don't move a muscle. I might be short, but I pack a mean punch.
Ooh, get him, Seath.
Captain, you're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying to find a way in. So I detained him.
Kick his butt, Seath. Give him a roundhouse kick to the face. Oh, his face. It's potent.
Oh, his face.
Yeah.
Are you... Potten?
Potten.
So this is where you were heading, huh?
What?
This is how Potten looked before his face was marred. His current appearance matches the mugshot on his arrest warrant.
Ooh.
I see.
So it's his house?
Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? Why would he change back to his original face and run right into our trap?
Yeah.
Enough of this nonsense. Let me in.
I'm confused.
You better pipe down. There's an old lady in there who's very sick. No way are we letting a crook like you inside.
To heck with it. Listen to me. I'm Rawat. That's my mother in there.
So that wasn't him? That was him in his face with a different face? So see, he was behind all this. He was the mastermind behind all this.
He's gotta be lying, right? Rawat was a victim in all this. He was forced into it against his will.
No, he wasn't.
This monster be the same person.
It's the same person.
Forced against his will. That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Man, whoever voice acted Potten here did a great job.
Heck, when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was colluding of my own free will. And then when I actually became a criminal in my own right, you all suddenly thought I must be under duress. Amazing what a difference a handsome face makes.
Save us the speech. Explain yourself.
Yeah.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is.
Man, whoever VA'd freaking Potten did a great job. You tell us there,
I
Potten.
was just Potten. The whole world treated me with contempt.
Ew. What do you want? Get away from me.
Women despise me.
Collaborate? You don't look like much of a researcher to me.
My peers scorned me.
So what, does he want us to feel sorry for him or what?
Mr. Potten, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other investment opportunities.
Only villains would work with me.
You want out of the game? Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Marechaussee Phantom officers. Easy mistake to make. Now they've listed you as an accomplice and drawn up an arrest warrant.
Ooh.
So I suggest you put any thoughts of running away to rest. If you get caught by the guards for being in the synth business, you ain't ever seeing the light of day again.
Dude, the voice acting in this has been so good.
There was no way out for me. Until I could stop being Potton.
And you became Rawat.
Mr. Rawat, I have something I'd like to tell you.
I became popular with women.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me? I'd be happy to sign a licensing agreement.
And all because he changed his looks.
My peers looked up to me.
Okay, I'm very interested in your research, sir. You must no doubt have offers from countless investors, so far be it for me to ask for a full collaboration, per se. I merely wanted to express my interest. No pressure at all, naturally.
Moral of the story, you know what I mean? Don't judge a book by its cover.
And the villains even began to fear me. Becoming Rawat showed me what a superficial world we live in. But I did not hold a grudge. After all, this superficiality could be made to work in my favor. Or so I thought. But alas, the world seemed bent on finding a reason to make me despise it. Mother, I'm back. How are you doing?
Who are you?
She doesn't recognize him.
I bought the best medicine Mora could buy, but nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but when everyone else rejected me, the only person who cared about me was my mother. Then, when I became a rising star in the Fontaine Research Institute, I was unrecognizable to her.
I have to let her see me again. Even if it means donning my own wretched, ugly face. Well, is that enough explaining for you? Now do you understand?
No, I get it.
Let me inside already!
I get it, but you know, I don't feel sorry for you.
Have you ever considered if you'll even be able to look your mother in the eyes after what you've done? You found a way to completely change your identity. You could easily have escaped from them. But no, you chose to keep working with them.
True.
Why would I want to give up on such a lucrative business?
We're gonna have no choice now.
The profits were dozens of times that of the synth business, and it was all above board.
Or you're going to jail.
So you kept being a villain just for the money?
Villain? By what standard? Is doing evil deeds really what makes someone a villain in your eyes? Or does it all come down to the way they look? None of you saw a villain when I was wearing my other face, did you? You have no right to judge me! You're all just fake people living in a hypocritical world! I regret nothing! My mother would understand!
Man.
The
acting in this is so good.
But especially that tongue.
Honestly, I don't see a villain when I look at your current face either.
Don't humor me. You don't seem surprised by my confession in the least. How long have you known the truth?
I didn't know anything for sure until you chose to take that potion bottle and spare our lives. But if you're asking when I started suspecting you, it was the first time you came to see me at the infirmary. I had to confirm my suspicions. That's why I chose to join this investigation.
Look at Sigewinne being so smart.
Are you kidding me? A
She doesn't
young,
care what she
promising
looks like.
researcher and a wretched criminal? What on earth gave you the idea that they could be one and the same person?
Well, there were no visual clues. This potion's face-changing effects are very powerful. Even as a Melazine, I couldn't see through the disguise. But I believe I understand humanity a little better than most of my kind. Humans have certain fundamental qualities that do not change with their appearance.
Fundamental qualities, huh? So you think you're the one who's seen through me, do you?
Look, why? Don't yell at her.
Most people probably don't know this,
Dick.
but I think I can guess what your deal is. Melazine constitutions are very close to that of water, so it stands to reason that the potion should work on them too. You use it yourself, didn't you? That's why you have a human appearance.
Ooh. Kick him in the face, Sigewinne.
Sigewinne?
Kick him in the face.
Yes, you're right.
I'll bet it was back in the days when Melazines were discriminated against because of their appearance.
Yeah.
It was either carry on living in the gutters as part of an alien race cast out by humanity, or become the head nurse of the Fortress of Meripede, revered by all. Not a hard choice to make. It's a no-brainer. So you see, you and I were the same.
Not the same.
And I'm the one who saw through you.
Not the same.
That's not important right now. You came here to see your mother, didn't you? Well, I can grant you your wish.
Huh?
Head nurse, I'm not sure that's a good idea in his current state.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna go to jail anyway.
Don't worry. Back in the warehouse when I traded the potion for our lives, I was doing it to test him. He was willing to risk sacrificing his only chance of escaping capture by opening the gate in exchange for the potion. Also, he could see his mother again. If nothing else, his concern for his mother is genuine.
I see.
So before you arrest him, please allow him to see his mother one last time.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Traveler and I will accompany him. You have nothing to worry about.
She's probably about to die anyway, right?
All right. I understand.
Let's go in.
Mom? It's me, Potton, your son. You recognize me now, don't you?
Is she gonna die right here? Hello?
Mom, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, but I have some bad news. I examined your mother last time we were here, and it appears that due to her prolonged fever, she's lost her eyesight.
She's freaking blind!
What?
Your appearance no longer has any bearing on her ability to recognize you. But there are always other ways to remind our loved ones who we are. Wouldn't you say?
No, it can't be. Please, Mom, open your eyes. It's me, your son, Potton. If you really can't see my face, then here, take my hand. Tell me you feel your son's hand.
Man, whoever voiced Potton did a fan-flippin'-tastic job. Like 10 out of 10.
I've done so much to get to this point. Please, you have to recognize me. No.
She gonna die right in front of him?
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all.
No, that's Sag.
It's you. Thank you. Oh, of course.
Is she dead? Did she just die?
Mom, why will you answer her and not me? Why?
No more questions, Potton. She's gone.
Salutes in chat for the sick old lady, for Potton's mom. She hung in there as long as she could. Sigewinne did everything that she could for poor sick old lady, Potton's mom.
Mom?
I'm sorry to say this, Potton, but you and I are not the same.
Potton is eventually taken away by members of the Marsh who say, Phantom, a day passes in a flash. Dang, man, lost his mom and going to jail on the same damn day. Jeez, bro. Like, literally, mom dies right in front of him, and it's off to jail. Like, woof, he's having a bad day, I'd say.
The wait is over, everyone. The sale of our new skincare product, Romaritime Essence, will now begin.
Oh, is it like
another skincare promotion?
Oh, it's
and
from,
selling as fast as last time.
Sigewinne,
Wonder
I
what
would
people
assume.
would think if they knew what was in the last batch. Oh, Sigewinne's here too.
Is it her product? I would assume so.
Hey, Sigewinne. Oh, Traveler Paimon, hello. Oh, I hope you two got a good rest yesterday after all your hard work.
I hope you did too.
Of course. Nurse's orders, right? Anyway, are you here to take notes for your next article? Actually, I'm mostly here to help Officer Morgan wrap up yesterday's case. Ah, that reminds Paimon. That stuff sold like crazy, didn't it? Is it gonna cause huge problems? Nope, there's nothing to worry about. Unless modified, Butterfly Dew is an excellent skincare product that's completely safe to use.
Okay.
Besides, officers have
So
already
she fixed it,
retrieved all
basically.
Butterfly Dew purchased on the market. Now it's just a matter of disposal. After consulting Monsieur Nervulette, I came up with a way to neutralize any harmful effects, so it'll evaporate naturally without polluting water or soil.
Wow, go Sigewinne, go.
Wow, it's Sigewinne to the rescue again!
I know, right? She just makes
Thank you
everything
for serving as our
right as rain.
consultant, head nurse. All the butterfly dew we recovered has been disposed of, according to your instructions.
Great! Good job, everyone!
She is such a little cutie patootie, but man, she can manipulate people. She's one to keep an eye on for sure.
Also, you mentioned you wanted a copy of Rawat's interrogation records. Well, technically, Potten's records. Anyway, I have them with me. Here. After he saw his mother for the last time, it was like all his mental defenses came crashing down.
He had a rough day.
He put up no resistance during the interrogation and answered all our questions. We learned a lot.
He had a rough day.
Apparently, the formula was something he discovered by chance while helping the criminal gang produce synth. Later, he came up with the idea to dilute it and use the resulting substance as a skincare product. Their supplier was Vache.
Vache!
But you could also argue that they were the ones doing him a favor. His operation helped Vache's gang dispose of an enormous amount of evidence.
Friggin' Vache! Damn it! Really? So that's how he got all the dead people? Wait. So he was getting... Hold on. So he was getting the supplies from Vache. Like, he was taking the stuff because Vache was doing all the experiments on the women in Fontaine during the Archon quest with the primordial seawater and all that stuff. And so, like, he was just taking the leftovers that Vache had while he was doing his experience and said, oh, I could just use this. Dude, that ties right into what was it, like Act 2? Is it Act 2 or Act... It was Act 2, right? Where we learned about Vache? I can't remember. Bro.
It made for a seamless collaboration.
Oh, man.
One man's trash was another man's treasure.
Right?
And there were no loose ends. It's no wonder we never noticed what Potten's gang was up to.
Dude.
Vache again, huh? Is there still no end to the harm he caused?
Bro.
Make no mistake. The crimes of Vache and his accomplices will come to an end. It's only a matter of time. Since the flood cut off their supply of primordial seawater, they've been forced to resort to riskier methods, like using their private reserve to attack people on the street. Naturally, those attempts all ended in failure.
Damn, Vache had his hands in everything.
After receiving numerous reports, we were able to zero in on the gang and eventually round them up.
That sounds more like it.
Based on what he told us in his confession, we pretty much had him backed into a corner, even though he made a point of distancing himself from the gang while disguised as Rawat. He tried to throw us off his tail by reporting his accomplices, giving him enough time to transform back into Potten and see his mother one last time. But there was one thing he hadn't anticipated. Even though Potten had been missing for a long time, we were very much still on the lookout for him. So the moment he appeared in public after changing back to his original appearance, we caught him.
Gotcha.
So he tried this once before, huh? Guess he really did want his mother to see him again. But in the end, looking at the interrogation records,
RIP.
It seems like he spent the first sum of money he earned as Rawat on his mother's treatment.
Yes, which is why I suspect that his initial motive for using the potion was not personal greed, but a desire to become somebody who had the power to save her.
Okay.
Even so, he went too far. In the end, he got what he deserved.
Well, I guess so.
I understand. Thank you for bringing me these records. Why did you want them anyway? Patton was one of my patients, so I need to put together a medical file for him. My teacher always stressed that a person's life experiences are just as important to their file as their medical history. Why are you still treating him like your patient? Isn't he kind of beyond redemption now?
Well, he's gonna end up back in the fortress, isn't he?
Well, that may be true, but a patient is a patient,
Right?
regardless of the choices that bring them to my care.
So she'll end up like treating him anyway because he's gonna end up back in the fortress of Meripede anyway.
One last thing, head nurse. Please keep everything you know about this potion a secret. It would be for the best if most of Fontaine knows nothing of its existence. I know my fellow officers and I will be able to sleep easier if that's the case.
Of course, not to worry.
Thank you for understanding. I'll take my leave then.
Sounds good, Morgan. Thank you so much for being awesome. For all your hard work.
So,
Keep it up.
Did you really use that potion yourself? Why do you sound so surprised, Paimon? I told you all about it. It was quite a while ago now.
She's so freaking cute.
You mean that story about the witch and the potion? So it was really, actually, genuinely a true story?
I believed her.
Yes, it really, actually, genuinely was. But
She's a Melusine, just in human form. The process of making that potion.
I know. There are some secrets I can't tell anyone about. But considering everything we've been through together, I know I can trust you with them.
You can.
Before I tell you though,
Paimon is
could
slow.
you follow me somewhere? I want to pay my respects to an old friend.
Sure, let's go.
Of course.
Let's go. Who are we here to see? Oh no!
They're here too.
Daddy Hydro and Daddy Cryo in the same place together? Oh Lord, it's the Fontaine Daddies.
Good to see you, traveler. Paimon.
Hi.
I trust all has been going well for you.
What's going on?
Big news, everyone. The
Dear
Udex
God.
is out of his office on important business.
Is that genuinely something people would consider big news?
Why wouldn't they? Important business is a big deal.
Ah, yes, you're quite right. When someone you care about requires emotional support, being there for them at the right time and place is of the utmost importance. After reading the Maréchal Phantom's reports, I had a feeling a trip here might be in order.
Take note. That, my friends, is how Monsieur Neuvillette shows that he cares. We're both here for the same purpose, actually, to accompany Sigewinne as she pays her respects to her late teacher.
Ooh!
So the old friend she mentioned was her teacher then? The witch? Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to be rude. It's only because Sigewinne calls her that all the time, so...
True. No, I get you.
I doubt she considers that title to be offensive, Paimon. Don't worry.
Indeed. In fact, I believe Sigewinne would take it as a sign of affection. She has spoken of this doctor on many occasions, and it sounds like she was a truly generous individual. In those days, many people harbored prejudices against Melusines.
Yeah, we learned about
She was
that.
the only teacher willing to take Sigewinne on as a student.
Yeah, we learned about that in Neuvillette's story quest about how Melusines were treated like garbage.
Wow. It's really nice of you two to be here for Sigewinne. Guess you guys really look out for your younger colleagues, huh?
Younger colleague? Well, that might be true for the Udex, but I'm not sure I can say the same. Sigewinne served a sentence in the fortress of Meripede hundreds of years ago, and after she did her time, she decided to stick around. She's been an integral part of our administration ever since.
So my question is, what does Sigewinne do to be locked up in the fortress of Meripede? Right? It says she served a sentence, so she had to have done something. What did she do?
Strictly speaking, the head nurse has been around longer than most people in the fortress, myself included. Pretty sure that makes me the younger colleague.
She served a sentence?
She committed a crime, yes. What crime?
Long before I became Udex, there was an ancient law in Fontaine that prohibited any attempt to transform another species into a human.
Okay.
Initially, I and most researchers believed this law to have been imposed due to ethical concerns. But now, it seems more likely that the law was nothing more than an insurance policy, a way for Egeria to ensure that her people would remain insulated from the truth, thus enabling them to lead more straightforward, happier lives.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Sigewinne had her reasons for choosing to obtain a human form, but the act was nonetheless in clear violation of the law.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what happened back then?
Certainly. Sigewinne does not object to her close friends learning about her history. In fact, I first learned of it myself because she confessed the truth to me of her own volition.
Cutscene?
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out? Stubborn as always. And prejudice isn't a disease I can cure either. Shame that I don't have the energy to get over there. You're laughable, you old witch. You want to save everyone in Fontaine, but you can't even save the patient before you.
Master, what are you...
I discovered a strange disease, one I suspect that every Fontainian suffers from. But without witnesses or proof, no one will believe me.
What?
I had no choice but to experiment on myself to find a cure, but I hit a wall. And as you can see, it took a wretched toll on me.
Is that why her face is covered up? Was that why she's wearing a mask? Because she was using primordial seawater?
Then I'll
on
find
herself?
a cure for you, and then you can go cure her.
She was using primordial seawater on herself to try and find a cure for the disease that Fontainians had about dissolving in the primordial seawater. Am I getting that?
There's no need. I am beyond saving now. There's nothing you can do.
It's like she knew before everybody else knew.
Master?
As I said before, a doctor's duty is to treat whatever ailments they can.
I know, but they don't trust me at all.
That girl. She's your first ever patient, isn't she? Tell me, what cost are you willing to bear to see her cured?
I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means breaking the law and being punished for it?
As long as I don't hurt anyone. Yes.
Spoken like a true student of mine. Then I shall make one more final gamble. And see my experiment through to its end. Leave me for now, and come back in 2 hours. If I am able to work this miracle, then I will have found a way to save all Fontainians, and I shall be able to help you treat that girl. If not, then it means there is one more disease in this world that I cannot treat. In that case, do not come looking for me. I will leave you a parting gift. An accidental discovery happened upon through my study of this strange disease. It has little use, but it will at least help you cure this one patient you can reach.
That's wild, dude.
When Sigewinne returned, the miracle had not occurred. She found a potion bottle and a note on the table. After using the potion as instructed, she gained her current form, breaking Fontaine's law in the process.
Hey.
And after I had confirmed the veracity of the events, I gave my verdict.
So that's what happened.
So you're the one that actually sentenced her to the Fortress of Meropide. Her teacher sacrificed herself and left that potion behind. That's wild.
I fear Sigewinne only understood the full story after the truth about the dissolution of Fontainians was uncovered. When I reflected on all this with that knowledge in hand, I felt a deep sense of regret. As I use the law to uphold justice, there are times when I cannot help but acknowledge its ruthlessness. After the final details of the events surrounding Sigewinne's transformation came to light, I checked several sources and, thankfully, the legal code does not require Sigewinne to shoulder any additional punishment.
Wonder how she feels about all this.
Yeah.
Since she invited you here, I imagine she intends to speak of these matters with you, no?
I don't know. It's crazy. All right, let me talk to daddies again.
On behalf of the Maréchaussée Phantom, I would like to once again thank the Fortress of Meripede for your assistance in the response to yesterday's prison break.
Our head nurse and the Traveler in Paimon did most of the heavy lifting, I would say.
Sigewinne seems to be in good spirits. I trust work hasn't been too hard on her lately?
Well, she might be the only permanent medical staff in the fortress, but there's plenty of people with medical knowledge willing to help her out.
I am most relieved to hear it.
The way you're asking after her well-being makes you sound like a concerned parent.
Well, I won't lie. I've always seen myself that way.
Dude, Nouvelette's voice is just...
showing your age a bit there,
wild.
Indeed. Actually, I often forget just how much older I am than you.
Yeah, you're pretty old.
Well, while we're on the topic, what did you do before getting this job, anyway?
He was a dragon.
Spend all day swimming in the sea, from east to west, and then north to south?
Basically.
Yes, and, from the surface to the ocean floor on occasion.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah.
Apologies, that was merely an attempt at humor. You can disregard what I said.
No, we know it's the truth.
That's impossible, I'm afraid. My imagination's already running wild.
He's the dragon, man.
You're here.
We are. Hi.
The old friend I mentioned was my teacher. When she passed, her body was nowhere to be found. All that's left of her is an empty tomb. And even that's deep underwater now. Sigewinne, the witch who gave you the magic potion, she was your teacher, wasn't she? Sounds like Monsieur Neuvillette filled you in.
He did.
After learning the truth, it must have been hard to process, huh? Well, to be honest, after I realized what really happened that night, my first thought was that it kind of made sense. It seemed exactly like the sort of thing she would do. But she was planning to sacrifice herself and never told you. That's just who she was. If lying is what it took to get a kid to take their medicine, then that's what she'd do.
That's right, a truly great doctor.
All right, but why did you turn yourself in? I broke the law, simple as that. My teacher made her choice, and I made mine. True. It's just the way Potton framed it when he was asking you all those questions, it made Paimon really mad. You're not like him at all, and everything Neuvillette said confirms that.
True.
And yet, you were still convicted and thrown in prison. It just feels so unfair.
But she's doing what she loves, though, right?
Unfair?
She never left.
Just the opposite. If I hadn't served that time, I'm not sure I would have been able to stay strong when he was questioning me. What makes you say that? I knew you'd be curious. Let me tell you a story.
Story time with Sigewinne.
The verdict came down. This Melusine is guilty. Deudex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melusine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her. And though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either.
She never left.
Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melusine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people?
Hold
despite
on.
Being a Melusine?
Because I look like a human?
What if the witch is the friend that she saved to become a...
It's been 50 years, Sigewinne.
No, that can't be right.
And you haven't aged a day.
Because she helped her.
I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you after all these years. I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
What? Oh, yeah.
But how? I was no longer a Melusine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melusine?
Yeah, from the beginning.
I remembered the warmth of your palm.
It sounded like the witch for a second, though. That's why.
It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Sigewinne. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melusines. And I think that it's all because of you.
No.
I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melusine.
Oh, well, how sweet is that?
That's an ending Paimon can get behind.
Yeah, Paimon, yeah.
After hearing everything Potten
That's
said,
so sweet.
I wanted to tell him that it didn't matter who he looked like on the outside. But it was too late. The warmth in his palm had already disappeared. I tried to treat him, but the roots of his problem had nothing to do with his face.
It does feel like it was wasted potential.
I understand.
That was super cute.
Thanks, you two. I appreciate you being here for me while I talk this through.
Of course, anything for you, Sigewinne.
Oh, it's nothing. Our pleasure. Oh, there's one more reason I invited you here. It's about time I finally give you what I promised. In order to restore the appearances of the face-swapping victims, the Marechaussee Phantom gave me special permission to make a few bottles of that potion.
Okay.
And I made one extra just for you two.
Okay.
We don't need it though. Shouldn't we destroy it?
I was gonna say, what am I gonna use it for?
Well, even if you chose to destroy it, I still thought I should give it to you first. You two did so much for me. How could I break my promise? Well, fair enough, but anyway, Paimon's definitely not interested in this stuff anymore. Still, if this is the very last bottle in all of Teyvat, getting rid of it would feel like kind of a waste. Maybe we can give it a special meaning somehow. Oh, Paimon's got it! Melusine physiology wasn't affected by the Great Flood, right? So that means the potion should have a permanent effect on you. In that case, what do you say, Sigewinne? Ever thought about transforming back to the way you used to look?
Ooh!
After all, from a Melusine point of view, Paimon bets Melusines look the cutest of all.
Paimon! Calm down.
After everything,
Jeez, calm down.
Do you really think it matters whether I'm Melusine or a human?
No, not now.
Well, what was Paimon thinking? You made up your mind a long time ago. Yeah, let's just destroy this thing. Leave it to me.
No. She's so cute. Just so adorable, man. The Warmth of Lies, man. What a great story quest. That was fantastic, dude. That was fantastic. The voice acting in the story quest was freaking spot on. The artwork and the cutscenes was great. The NPCs, in my opinion, stole the show in the story quest. Stole the show, but it didn't take away from Sigewinne, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still told Sigewinne's story, and it didn't take the focus off of her, even though the NPCs absolutely crushed it in this story quest. That was fantastic. That was amazing. It was good that we learned about Sigewinne's past and how she became a human, you know, or a Melusine in a human form and all that stuff. That was fantastic. And we got to see Neuvillette, Daddy Hydro, and Riceley, Daddy Cryo. That was a great story quest. I loved it.